Welcome to Season 3 of our super incredible, not in any shape or form copycatting Football Manager 2018 experiment. We are giving Blyth Spartans...
This is Sparta!
Also, yes, we put up a 300 clip every time we say the word Spartans.
Spartans! What is your profession?
Jeez, this is going to be such a long episode. Anyway, we've given them 100 million at the start of every season. We're doing it for 10 seasons straight just to see how far they can get by 2028. Seasons 1 and 2, they were a double promotion. We left the last video with Blyth in League 2, ready to rewrite all the history books. And yes, that's the Bible on your screen now. Let's see what happened. As expected, Blyth has stormed to yet another division title, 101 points, 5 defeats and just 30 goals conceded in 46 games. The tension on whether Bob Harris is still in the defence is literally killing me. For those who don't know Bob, oh hey Bob. Blyth were unable to set any new division records however, despite having a Premier League wage budget. As you can see, Lomana Lualua is now the oldest player to play in League 2, signed for Forest Green in 2019. Then old records like most goals in a season, well that is still held by Terry Bly of Peterborough United. He hit 52 goals in the 1960-61 campaign. Nice. Now some strange things that have been going on this season. Alan, A-L-U-N, Alan Armstrong, well he is no longer manager. What happened? Apparently he left in March on the 19th of that month, so 3/4 of the way through the season. Blyth on a winning rampage. I mean, what happened to A-L-U-N Alan? I mean, his win ratio is 76%. Okay. Okay, well here he is. Amazing. He didn't get the sack, he actually left to manage at West Ham in the Premier League. Silly hammers, you are hitting yourselves on the head. I mean look, his stats are not exactly EPL quality. They obviously saw his 3 consecutive promotions and thought, yeah, we'll have a bit of that. Incredible. We wish you all the best, Alan, all the best. Of course, he is now a permanent fixture in Blyth's favoured personnel section, although he's not an icon like Super Bob Harris. Bob. So, the new gaffer leading them into League 1 and carrying all of my 100 million loose change, well, that's going to be John Eberl. Not a huge name then, but it's an interesting one. Both on the game and if this was in real life, it would in fact be John's first managerial role. John is under-23s manager at Everton and has been at the club since 2016 when he was a coach for the under-18s team. He is 50 years old, so it's a good time to finally test his hand as a gaffer. And at League 1, well, it might suit his attributes. Then again, he's going to be in control of 1 million plus wages and 100 million transfer kitty. This could easily be a massive balls up. If I'm allowed to say balls up on YouTube. The team has stormed to this League 1 title, but it's virtually the same starting 11 as last term. As said, after spending 15 million for the first season, on a National League Northern Premier side by the way, and then 33 million the second season, they had a pretty damn good squad. So this campaign, they signed just the one player, Jason Cummins, 850k from Nottingham Forest, but they sold him 7 months later in the January transfer market. He was still the club's top goal scorer though, and left with 16 strikes to his name. They also sold Colton Morris for 1.8 million to Sheffield United, and checked another few out on loan. This was due to financial fair play though. You know, all that jazz, it finally caught up with them, as if they didn't think it would. Here, just before the promotion was granted, for obvious reasons, they failed the financial fair play regulations for League 2. I mean, the squad is horrendously, disgustingly overcrowded, 27 players in the first team, and again, around 30 in the under-23s, and the same number in the under-18s too. The under-23s have got players on 100k plus wages. That kind of makes sense on why they're pretty unwilling to leave the club. Mitchell Beanie, he plays for Chelsea under-23s in real life. Probably not on 145k per week wages then, although it is Chelsea. J. Emmanuel Thomas, the first money grabbing snake of the new Blyth era, he's still there in the under-23s, doing nothing. He's done nothing for the club in fact. If we press a few buttons, Blyth's average wage is 35.5k per week, and their top earner is Jeff Hendrick on 150k. Compared to say Newcastle in the Premier League, the average is just below 35k, and even their top earner, Matt Ritchie, he's only on 85k according to FM. Blyth, where's my money? In terms of player stats, Conor McLaughlin, he's laughing again. Same as last season, the top rated player in the division and also scooping the fans player of the season. Defenders, Adam Webster and Dennis Odoi, they had solid campaigns too, but that means Odoi, Belgium international, he's forced Bob Harris to the bench. A little shit. Here is the best 11 from that season then. Defence continues with Odoi, with Basham and Webster, who have both been there for 2 seasons, along with McLaughlin. Scott Arfield, Bradley Johnson, Jeff Hedrick and Inechi Anya in midfield, with Scott Payne and Jason Cummings up top. Although of course Cummings left. Kind of looks like a Norwich City side that would be destroyed in the Premier League and instantly relegated. Don't you think? It just sort of looks like that group of players that would play for Norwich City. No? Tell me in the comments if you agree. Anyway, we will leave them there. The Spartans. Said Spartans.
This is where we fight! This is where they die!
To continue into League One, they probably need a striker to replace Cummings. On the bench, their strikers Ulrich and Nomo, who probably won't do it in League One. See here, he scored 15 in 2017 in the National League North, but that's pretty much been it. Whether they can get back to wheeling and dealing though, well, that remains to be seen. Join us next week for the next episode. Blyth in League One. Their budget will be topped up. Despite spending literally nothing on transfers this season, they're obviously draining their funds to wages. There's only 21 million in the bank. I put 100 million in there. Anyway, I'll make that 120 million for this next campaign, of course. They need J. Emmanuel Thomas's contract to expire soon, or else I can see the stumbling blocks coming when they reach the championship in a couple seasons. Like and subscribe then. I've been Liam Curtis. This is Top Corner Gaming.